Welcome back, and you have entered the world of Little John's, a New York delicatessen with a Southern tradition.
Yes, you have.
Welcome, Chris and Coleen Strong.
Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Happy to be here.
Appreciate it.
Look at this spread you bought for us. I feel like a little piggy.
Well, you might be in a few minutes.
I will be in a few minutes.
All
right. Well, I'm just going to tuck right in. Let's start out with what you've brought with us, and then we'll start to talk about the history of your restaurant because it's been around for a long time.
35 years.
35 years.
It's impressive.
So why don't you start from left to right and tell us what we have?
This is one of our more popular sub sandwiches. It's called the nuclear sub, and it gets its name nuclear because it has Texas Pete hot sauce on it.
Ooh.
The two key ingredients are barbecue chicken and coleslaw, and turkey. So it's an interesting combination to the eyes, but to the mouth it works. And it's got a little hot sauce and some. The other sauce we use is Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. So Sweet Baby Ray's, Texas Pete, barbecue chicken, the coleslaw turkey, and then the Munster cheese on top.
Oh, yeah.
Very popular. The next sandwich is a vegetarian sandwich called the East Village.
Oh, so you do have vegetarian food.
We have vegetarian
Wonderful.
items.
We added veggie items as well as lighter, smaller sandwiches about 5 years ago. And this is my favorite and one of our most popular on the veggie.
Fantastic.
It's a hummus-based.
It does. It has a big slathering of hummus on flatbread, and then they grill that first so that the hummus is a little bit warm and the flatbread is warm, and then they top it with all the veggies and some drizzling of dressing.
Fantastic. And is that a homemade dressing, house-made dressing?
It is. All the dressings are house-made.
All your dressings
Yes.
are house-made. Fantastic.
Who does the cooking?
We have a prep cook.
Do you?
It's, we have three actually, that work on various shifts.
Thank you very
They
much.
prepare all the dressings and the sliced meats and the chicken and the steak. Everything's made in-house.
Who has the final say?
Well, I actually do a sampling platter every morning.
Do you?
That I sample everything that comes off the line to make sure that it meets our quality standards.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Woo!
Is this?
That is
did you say
nuclear.
This was the most
It's good.
popular?
This is the nuclear sub. It is
People
one of the
call it
most
the
popular.
nuke.
Oh, it's so
The nuke.
In line when you're ordering it around town,
And
most people don't say the nuclear. They say, "Oh,
have a nuke.
I need to go have a nuke."
Yep. And they hit it again
They
with-
order it and say,
I can see why
extra
they
hot
would say,
sauce.
I need a nuke, because you could definitely get addicted to this.
Now that's a breast meat chicken we make from scratch. We order approximately 1,000 pounds of chicken breast meat a week.
How much?
1,000 pounds.
Locally, or do you have to go elsewhere because you take so much?
No, we have a relationship with one of the largest distributors in Virginia to get the
Fantastic.
the thigh meat chicken. It's a thigh meat. It's got more flavor. It's delicious.
And it's cooked for
And it's,
quite a while, so it's shredded and
it
seasoned.
takes about 4
and
hours, and it's hand shredded.
It's tender.
Hand
and-
shredded.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
sandwich.
Thank you.
You know, this combination is right up my alley. I love sort of sweet and savory and spicy.
It is.
and-
Exactly. Yes,
Love it.
it
And the
is.
coleslaw kind of ties it all together.
Yeah, that is great. So what's the hot sauce on it?
Texas Pete.
Texas Pete.
All right, what's this?
This is the onion wheel. The onion wheel is red navel pastrami, turkey, onions, tomato, cheddar, and yellow deli mustard. It also has a great mouth feel. It's a good bite.
On a Kaiser.
On a Kaiser, thus the roll, the onion wheel. It's the roundness from the Kaiser
I mean, it
roll.
has a name that might put you off a little bit, or it did for me initially. I thought, wow, that seems like a really heavy-duty sandwich. I'm not a huge meat eater, which is why we introduced a lot of the vegetarian sandwiches. That is my favorite sandwich.
Really?
The onion wheel, I love it, and it just...
A little lady like you?
I know, I know.
Well, I better try it then.
I think I've had people to double take. When
Love that, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing cooler than a woman with a healthy appetite, right? Isn't that what
Gotta
got
have
you
my onion wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
great.
I said, boy, look at her eat. It was over.
Well, we get to see that right now.
Well, oh God, no! Don't focus on me. Okay, continue.
So pastrami and turkey.
Pastrami and turkey again. It's interesting to note that back
Wow.
in the 80s, our #1 selling meat was ham. And it tells you, gives you some indication of where tastes have changed in the last 20 years. Now people are eating more chicken and more turkey. So most of our most popular sandwiches are all turkey-based.
It's wonderful.
Turkey and chicken, but
So do you still
Turkey
have
and
any
chicken,
ham?
right.
we do have ham, and ham is on the last sandwich.
Ah, this is the ham.
Yes, this is it's a
That's
Black
yummy.
Forest
Yeah,
smoked ham.
Thank you.
That's what it's called, the 5 easy pieces. And there was a movie with Paul Newman called The 5 Easy Pieces, which people ask us if we named it after Paul Newman, which we did not.
No.
Some of the sandwiches got their unique names from students that used to work at Little John's. And we can't really pinpoint exactly who named it or why, but
in the wee hours,
yeah,
when they would
they like to experiment with
a lot of the
ingredients.
sandwiches were created 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
And did they take
had
that
downtime.
initiative
Yes,
to do that?
They
They're
still do.
hungry and they're yeah, they still do that.
Brilliant.
I have a long list of sandwich combinations that we could try, but we're limited in our scope, and our selection is already big. We already have over 50 sandwiches, so it's hard to introduce new ones without taking some off the menu.
So do you guys hate when people come in and like create their own when you have so many already?
Well, and you know, that's an interesting point. It's unique in the fact that we're not McDonald's where you can get it your way. So if I don't want mustard, I want mayonnaise, we make every sandwich to order.
That's
so
true.
There's
Every
no
sandwich to
denying
order.
A sandwich combination.
And we have these great drop-down chalkboard menus, and one of them is you can build your own. You can say, I just want a tuna with lettuce or a turkey, and but very few people, especially customers that know Little John's that are regulars, do that. They know their combination and they get their favorite, and yeah, so
stick with it.
And
Actually,
I'm sorry.
Well, no, your favorite. Well, the students and some of the faculty, folks from the hospital that are close by Little John's, like to say I've been around the world with Little John's,
do,
meaning
yes.
I've tried them all.
Tried them all.
I've tried them all, and we meet them every week, every day. Not every day, but every week or so, we'll find out somebody who's going around the world, and he'll say, well, what am I going to have today? This one's my favorite, but I'm going around the world, so I need to try one of the other ones.
So do you have to get
That's
like
great.
a Little John's passport?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That would be fun. We should do
We
that.
thought of possibly tying that in and promoting it, but not everybody's proud of the fact that they've eaten every sandwich on the
Every
menu.
sandwich, right. Well, if it's not broke, why fix
Right,
it? You know,
right.
that's what I think. Anyway.
I agree. This one also has a nickname. Instead of I'll have the 5 easy pieces, they say the 5 easy.
Just give me the 5 easy.
and Z.
Oh, the 5 easy.
The 5 easy.
Yeah,
So you guys have a lot of regulars.
we do.
Oh, yes,
We have
we
regulars
do.
that now their children are coming, that are in either through the hospital or through the university. That we have employees, ex-employees will be bringing their kids by, and they'll tell their son or daughter, I used to eat here way back when. And especially on alumni weekend, we get a lot of alums who come in and say, I proposed to my wife at that table right there, and now I'm bringing my kids back to the university. So
Love that.
it has a nice nostalgic feel for the alumni, and it's not just limited to the university, but the hospital and the folks who've been in the area for a long time.
Well, let's talk about that because it was a notion in 1976, right? It
Correct,
Was, and that was
1976.
your father,
My father.
who the restaurant was named after him because his dad
Correct.
was Big John and he was Little John, right?
Correct. He was Little John, and he was a UVA grad, and back when it was all men, and he noticed that there was a trend of a lot of students coming down from the Northeast, New England, New Jersey, New York, and so on, and they didn't have a New York deli. And the history of the family goes back a long time in the restaurant business. They had combined between Big John and Little John, over 25 restaurants and convenience stores. So this was one of the others at the time that John said, we really have to do this. We want hand-shaved meats. We want everything pre-sliced. And at that point in time, when he started, they had their own slicer, and they were hand-slicing to order, which quickly that stopped
When you
because
get
they
busy, right?
couldn't keep up.
Can't keep up.
So he really he hit the nail on the head 35 years ago this year, and it's evolved. After we came back to town 5 years ago, the first thing we wanted to do was update the menu and try and create some new things. Like the chicken items. Previously, there was no chicken on the menu. There were no vegetarian items on the menu. My wife's idea was to bring on smaller portions and hand-tossed salads.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Thank
and
you.
the salads. We call it our lighter fare. And it's lighter because it's on a flatbread like this, and it's half of it's a half a sandwich.
Yeah.
But it's so filling.
I mean, it still looks
it's enough.
huge.
It's enough for smaller appetites. And then the salads too. The salads are made to order. And we did have salads before, but they were pre-made in packages, already in the deli case, and I didn't like that. Because you just don't know. When was that salad made? It could have been made fresh that morning, but you're still scratching your head wondering, So we make them fresh to order. And